If you sit within 25 feet of a low performer, your own performance decreases by 30%. This means that our negative emotions are more contagious. That if you're around people who are low performers, whatever that means to you, who have negative cues, who are feeling anxious or tired or low confident, you could catch those cues and that affects your own performance.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. You already know, don't forget to get on Amazon, get that Desired Nutrition pre-workout. Boom, there it is. After you get that pre-workout, you're gonna need to recover. Get those electrolytes. You're gonna need that recovery, hydration, plus aminos. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. So today's video, man, I want to talk to you guys about hanging out with the right people, or choosing the right people to hang out with. You're basically gonna be the sum of the people you hang out with. So, and that goes for men and women. I know I usually talk about men in this atmosphere. You should probably choose a group of guys that's gonna be, you know, successful. Both, all of you should be in a venture, a successful venture. You should want to be successful. If you have that one outline person that's going to be, you know, not about that or whatever, that's going to distract you in your focus group. You know what I'm saying? So same with females. If you're hanging around with a bunch of hoes and shit, you probably gonna be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? You're probably gonna act like them. You're gonna be just like them. If you're hanging out, if you want a man, you want to be with a man long time, and you're hanging out with a bunch of single women, that's probably not the ideal situation for you. Usually what happens too is when one woman gets a man, or two women get a man in the group, they're all going to kind of want to be in relationships around the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it works that way for guys too. For the most part, you see a bunch of your guys, they're getting married. You start feeling like, man, maybe I should settle down and get married, have kids, do this, that, and the other. But it also plays a toll on your successful, if you're going to be successful or not. If you're looking at all the people that you're hanging out with and they're all, you know, thugging or in the streets or doing drugs or doing whatever, something that you don't want to do, you're probably going to end up doing that and not even realizing that that's what you're partaking in is because of them. So you should probably be the outline person and try to venture off and do something so you can change their perspective, or you're just gonna have to get rid of them altogether. As far as like being close friends, if you look at all the rappers and all the successful people, I bring up rappers because a lot of them claim they from the hoods or whatever, they from these streets or whatever, and a lot of times they don't go back. It's in their best interest not to go back, because the people that you left there are still the same people, and you have changed as a person because you've earned a living, you've earned you know, crazy amount of money, you're in the millions, you're a millionaire now, and you're trying to go back to people that are, you know, not working or still selling drugs or still doing whatever they're doing, and you can't sustain that lifestyle. So you're always going to be the sum of the people that you hang out with. So these millionaires and shit, they start hanging out with other millionaires. That's how they start, you know, it drives them. If you're a good person, you're going to want to hang out with a lot of other good people. So I suggest you just, if you're somebody that's like a loner, just stay that way. Stay by yourself until you find that group of people that you can rely on, or you can confide in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just start hanging out with people just because, you know, you bored, you ain't got people to hang out with. Just stay by yourself.
Sit within 25 feet of a high performer, your own performance improves by 15%. Here's the kicker. If you sit within 25 feet of a low performer, your own performance decreases by 30%. This means that our negative emotions are more contagious. That if you're around people who are low performers, whatever that means to you, who have negative cues, who are feeling anxious or tired or low confident, you could catch those cues and that affects your own performance. This is why it is incredibly critical to invest in the 5 people who you spend the most time with. You want to make sure those 5 people are the cues you want to catch. Do you like the cues they're sending? Do they give you the right motivation, feelings? Do they make you feel liked? Do they make you a better version of yourself?
Yeah, I think it's important that she said that, because the part about picking the 5 people that you can invest in, because you're basically the sum of the people that you the people that you hang with. You're going to be like them, they're going to be like you. If you got like 4 people that you're hanging with and they're all like successful, you're going to be the next person that's going to be successful. So, and energy is a real thing, and energy transfers from person to person. Everything is energy though. Everything. This laptop I'm looking at is energy. The camera I'm looking at is energy. The desk that it's sitting on is energy. Money is energy. And money can be transferred from person to person, but you have to have the right energy in order to receive it. Like if you're someone that's always thinking in lack, you always have that mindset of lack, like you're lacking something, then you're always going to be in that state. You're always going to be in lack. But if you're somebody that always thinks of abundance, then things tend to come to you naturally. I personally, I don't attract bad people. I try to be a good person. Overall, I try to be a good person. I do shit that's wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking perfect or anything like that. But overall, I feel like I'm a good person. Because that's what I want to be. And I usually attract good people. Most of the people that are in my life now, I would say all the people that are in my life, like on a personal level, they're all good people, because that's all I attract. Even in my past, most of the people that weren't like good for me, they usually weed themselves out. I don't have to like get rid of people or anything like that. They usually just leave themselves. Just, it's just a natural thing that happens. And I think that's because of me being who I am. I don't have to like get rid of people. People just get rid of themselves. Relationships, girls, they may just stop talking to you, but that's most likely it's in your benefit. If you got to work really hard to keep a relationship together, then it's probably not right for you anyway.
If you hang around with 5 confident people, you'll become the 6th. If you hang around with 5 successful people, you'll become the 6th. If you hang around with 5 idiots, you'll become a circle of clowns. Who you surround yourself will directly impact who you will become.
Yeah, he's right, man. It's gonna, who you hang around is gonna directly impact who you become overall. If you hang around a bunch of thieves, you're gonna be a thief. People that if you hang around with some killers, you may become a killer. But it works the same way, vice versa. You hang around a bunch of millionaires, you're most likely gonna become a millionaire. So use that same energy to your advantage, and don't just go out and just find and be looking for people. These people are natural. If you already have that mindset, these people are naturally gonna appear in your life. People naturally just appear in your life without you even trying. You don't have to. It's not something hard for you to do. You're gonna meet people and you're gonna be like, nah, I couldn't hang with him. You may not even know why. It's just like, just not my type of person to hang around. And that's it. And just leave it at that. Use that intuition that you have, man. Use that shit, man, because your gut feeling is most likely the right feeling.
You become who you hang around with.
I agree.
Words have power. If you're around people that are influencing you to think like a victim, you will. If you're around people that will tell you stop feeling sorry for yourself, you're either eventually going to hate them and go find people who feel sorry for themselves, or you're going to be like, you know what, stop feeling sorry for yourself, man. Life is a lot harder other places. You become who you hang around with.
I agree.
Yeah, man, there's so much. Life is a lot harder in other places, man. We live in a society right now, and I'm speaking on the U.S. We live in one of the greatest countries in the world. Okay, people will argue that it's not the greatest, but whether it's the greatest or one of the greatest. I believe it's one of the greatest countries in the world. But as far as becoming a millionaire, being successful, meeting good people, meeting diverse people, this is one of the best, I believe. I can't think of, I mean, obviously there's other places in the West that are good too, that are on the same level and shit. But this is one of the best places. If you want to be successful, you want to meet good people, you want to start a business, you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, you want a nice house, you want a lavish lifestyle, or if you just want a simple lifestyle, you can get all that here. So yeah, I would say just be careful who you hang around, be careful who you bring in your circle. Try to build a circle of good people and build on that. And if you got, like, I got some good guys in my life, man, and I appreciate them so much, because they're not idiots. And if they were, then I would most likely be an idiot, And if I didn't have them, my best option would be not to hang with anybody. Then just don't hang with anybody until you find some people that are like-minded like yourself, So that would be my advice to people who don't have a group of guys or a group of girls that are kind of like you and that think like you. That just be by yourself. Be by yourself and work on yourself until you can attract those things into your life, and you're just better off that way, instead of just hanging out with a bunch of different people, going through this drama. You don't want to go with drama, man. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you got some good guys or good females that you hang out with, and they're the best in your life. It's the best thing for you. Do you agree or do you disagree? You think you should just be by yourself, or it doesn't matter who you hang with? Let me know in the comments. Appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.